Good morning. It is Laura coming to you this morning from my front yard. My friend bought me that beautiful plant. It's really lovely out here, and it's a lovely day, even though it's not sunny, which is a good thing in Texas because when it's sunny, it gets really hot, at least in the summer. It's not quite summer. But anyway, the point is, it's nice out here today. I wanted to get on here this morning to encourage you to really try to live your life as fully as possible. And I say that because the last few years were very, very challenging for me, and I did not have the support that I needed. There were a couple people in my life that I am so grateful that they were there because they really carried me through. Because therapy wasn't working, and I don't have any family here in Texas, and in general, people weren't aware of how awful it was, and so they didn't offer the support that I needed, and I wasn't able to articulate it, and so it was a long period of suffering. And I'm on here to say that I am extremely, extremely grateful that I made it through to the other side, and because of that, I don't want to waste another moment. So maybe you've gone through something challenging as well in your life, and I just want to encourage you to go and do things that make you happy. And if you have any kind of regrets, things that you didn't do in the past, can you do them now? Because I want to realize the gifts that I was given. My mom used to tell me, don't hide your light under a bushel. She used to think I was a great singer. And she used to want me to sing. And a friend of mine from high school sang opera. And I was not an opera singer, but I did a lot of singing. I joined the church choir at age 7, I believe. And I did that all the way through high school. And then in high school, I also took voice lessons. And one time I did a solo. We were traveling in Italy, and I did a solo in front of the owner of the Pensione because I knew Pensione, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I knew a song in Italian, this aria. And my mom's like, sing her the aria. And I did. I sang in Italian to the owner of a Pensione in Rome. And it's a great memory, but the point of the story is that my mom used to always tell me, look, don't hide your light under a bushel, you're a great singer. And I was okay, but I was not Whitney Houston. So I didn't think that that's something I could rely on. But the lesson that she taught me is that each of us has gifts. You also have gifts. What are your gifts? Say them out loud right now. I'm listening. Awesome. Well, I feel like I do have gifts, maybe not singing, but I do think I have a creative bone in my body that really hasn't been realized outside of the classroom. I would do art in my classroom all the time, and my kids loved it, and that was awesome. But how else can I use my gifts? And what better way to glorify God than to realize the gifts that were given to you, right? And I haven't really been doing that to the best of my ability. So I wanted to get on here and encourage you to think about what your gifts are and to decide to lean into them and share them with the world, because the world deserves to experience your gifts. So I feel like I'm a creative person. I believe that was a gift I was given. I think I'm good at photography and drawing and writing, and I'm going to work on that this year. I'm also going to do content creation. That's why I'm on YouTube. So, and I love it. It's fun, and it's something I could see doing for years. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to lean into these gifts, and I'm going to trust that it's going to be beneficial in my life. And if it becomes a career, that's great. I did actually write a children's book that I was very, very proud of, and I had it critiqued, and they tore it to shreds. I think it's a great book, and I'm not changing it. I'm not doing any of the things he suggested. And then I also wrote another book, and I sent it to my mom's agent, and she's like, there's not a market for this book, but that one needs to be worked on a little bit. But another goal of mine is to get my children's books published. I come from a fairly creative family. My parents were both really good writers. My mom wrote children's books, and My dad used to have a newspaper, and he was an amazing photographer. And he once made a Christmas card, I wish I could share it with you, where he and my mom were the bookends on the books. It was so clever. And of course he did that in the darkroom. This is before Photoshop, obviously. But I think those gifts were passed on. I think I'm a good writer. I think I'm a good photographer. And they might have been good at YouTube if that were available. So, what gifts do you have to share with the world? Think about that. And I think you don't have to spend a lot of time with that. I have to sneeze. Wait. Is it coming? I hate that feeling of having to sneeze. But even 10 minutes a day of being consistent with something is really significant. I tell my daughter this: if I had been studying Spanish since the 7th grade, when I started learning Spanish, if I had been studying Spanish for 10 minutes every day since the 7th grade, I'd be fluent. I'd be speaking like a native speaker. So if you spend 10 minutes writing every day, or I don't know what your gift is, but spend 10 minutes on that a day, imagine how it's going to flourish. And then what could you do with it, right? So I really plan on focusing in on my gifts. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you this morning. And the second thing I wanted to share with you is about gratitude. I definitely went through this challenging period. I went through a challenging period for a couple of years, and during that period, I would feel sorry for myself at times. Like, why? Like, God, why are you putting me through this? Why? And I think that you are put through things for reasons you may never know. But what I learned from that experience is how short life is, and how grateful I am that I'm on the other side. I'm grateful that I'm healthy. I'm grateful for this house. I'm grateful for my friends, my family. I'm grateful to have an American passport, because it's giving me the opportunity to explore other cultures, and it's giving me an opportunity to change my life. And I feel like, having gone through this experience and thinking about my gifts and thinking about my gratitude, the other thing I'm hearing this from God is that you should just jump. Go ahead, I got you. Go ahead out into the world and try to do other things, and that I'm going to be supported. I don't know if you have a fear of change, if you have a fear of leaving your family, or do you have a fear of relying on gifts, trying something new? I have all those fears, so I understand. But I feel at this point in my life, I am going to just jump out and do something totally different and totally new that will focus on those gifts and bring those out into the world. And I'm in my 50s. I don't know how much time I have left on this earth, but I want to enjoy it as much as possible. And I want to be as fulfilled as possible, right? And sorry, there's a motorcycle. But also, I feel a nudge. And if you're feeling a nudge from God to do something different, lean into it. Listen to that and try it, because I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sell my house, and I'm just gonna jump, and I'm gonna see what's out there. And because I'm a teacher, there's always a safety net on the other side, right? They always need teachers. So if you have the opportunity to try something different and to do something different in your life that will bring you fulfillment, I encourage you today to really think about that. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to move like I'm gonna do. Maybe you can do it right there in your home office or in your backyard, and see what can come of it. Because we are really fortunate to be having this human experience, and let's try to make it as rich as possible and as fulfilling as possible, right? So that's all I wanted to share with you this morning. I am really excited to see what else is out there. I've spent over 25 years being a classroom teacher, and I've had some incredible experiences. I have met some of the most amazing kids that are in the world. I've had some amazing students, and I love those kids. So it's been a great career, and it's also taken me around the world. Having taught in Asia and Africa gave me the opportunity to travel all around Asia and Africa, and for that I am extremely grateful. But now I think I'm going to focus on my other creative gifts and see what can come of that. You may have been in your same career for the last 10, 20 years. What would happen if you tried something new? If you have the opportunity to do that, I encourage you to do that. I know it's scary. It's much easier for me to stay in the classroom. I could open a school tomorrow and teach K-2. I could do that. It's like so easy for me. But I want to see what else I can do, and I want to encourage you to see what else you can do, how much more fulfilled you can be, how much richer you can make this life experience. So that's all I wanted to share this morning. Have a wonderful day. Now I hear a train, or is that a bus? Have a wonderful day. I'm going to water my plants and go for a walk and enjoy this beautiful Tuesday here in Texas. All right, thanks for watching, and please leave in the comments any gifts that you have that you plan on sharing, any plans for your future. I would love to hear. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.